Hello, I'm Nautilus and this is my first attempt at a short Conlang showcase for my Conlang, Kūreutoh. Kūreutoh has a relatively simple phonological inventory consisting of 13 consonants, those being ma, na, ba, da, ga, za, ja, s, sh, h, w, l, r, and 5 vowels, a, e, I, o, u, with a length distinction. Stress in Kūreutoh is placed on the first syllable of a word unless the second syllable has a long vowel and the first one doesn't. Kūreutoh has a mixed fusional and inclusive grammar, is mixed when it comes to head or dependent marking, and has interesting features like a complex system of diathesis, grammatical gender, and a bizarre system of demonstratives. Nouns in Kūreutoh inflect for gender, case, and number, all of which are placed on one singular fusional suffix. Verbs, on the other hand, require 3 suffixes, one for gender, one for voice, and one for tense. To showcase this, let's translate a simple sentence like the man saw the girl. Kūreutoh lacks a word for to see, but it does have sūreutoh, which means to watch. Watching is really just an intensive form of seeing, and so in Kūreutoh you can de-intensify a verb by changing the object from the accusative case into the dative case. Each verb also has a simple and perfect stem, but in our sentence we're just going to use a simple stem. We then find the words for man and girl, being me and ne. Next step, we have to decide the voice of the verb. Kūreutoh has 6 voices, named after the argument which they focus on. The sentence is definitely not causative, and since we demoted the direct object to an indirect object, the patient focus is unusable. This leaves the agent focus and dative focus. The agent focus is used for intransitive verbs and transitive verbs with an animate subject, unless that subject is involatile, meaning it didn't do the action on purpose. To see is a transitive verb, and man is an animate noun, but is it involatile? I'm just gonna decide no, so we can use the dative focus voice. This places the focus on the girl, placing her in the nominative singular, and the man then has to go into the ergative. The verb therefore agrees in gender number with the girl, which is feminine singular, and is obviously a past tense. Now we can begin inflecting. First we have to remove the infinitive subject, giving us the root su. We add the feminine agreement, the dative focus, and the past tense suffix, which gives us the verb sunuhits. We can then inflect the nouns, giving us miwa and ne. But how do we turn this into a viable sentence? Well, Kūreutoh has a free word order, but it often prefers verb subject object unless there's a noun that you wish to topicalize. We can just go with the regular verb subject object. Our sentence then becomes Sunuhits miwa ne. The man saw the girl. By accident. Some more stuff. Specifically a prepositional phrase, an adjective, and a demonstrative. Prepositional phrases can be made using either a preposition or the locative case. I'm going to go with a preposition, specifically one which means from. It then has to agree in gender number with its object, which, if I use the word Highlands, is going to be the neuter. We then get the preposition dutse, but simply saying dutse ichchal is ungrammatical. We have to inflect the object in the genitive case, since prepositional phrases have historically evolved from possessive phrases. We can then plop this prepositional phrase right after the word it modifies, being miwa, the man. On to adjectives, which don't really exist. There are only participles, so if we take the word minupato, meaning to dance, and inflect it for the feminine singular participle, we can place it right after girl. Finally, we have demonstratives, which Kūreutoh has 3 kinds of. The proximal for things close to me, the medial for things close to you, and the distal for things over there far from both of us. These demonstratives agree in gender and number, but not with the noun it modifies. Proximal demonstratives agree in gender number with me. Medial demonstratives agree with you, and the distal is always the same, not agreeing with anything. I'm gonna go with a proximal demonstrative, this or these, since I don't want to misgender any of you. Now, since I am one guy, we use the masculine singular form asha. In contrast to the prepositional phrase and the adjective, demonstratives are placed before the noun it modifies. This gives us our final sentence, Sunuhits asha miwa tutse ichchalutsene minan. I'd like to tell you a short story about salmon. Atu kawel poh kaka pato kep huru tsa shewel chetsawo patowa. Nawel hishal pokach, shis tsad wel awra. Ketchewel an pochs ashal ishawaikako, atu pochsuel pochs ishal awrewa. Any suech post aditse etsewelch. Thanks for watching.